Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I'm not gonna tell you to just subscribe because what if you don't like this video? So watch this video, let me know how you like it, subscribe if you want, and let's just get into it. So today, I am going to talk about why I quit my job at Disney World. I know, it's riveting. But I did the Disney College Program spring 2019. It's still going on right now. I would still be there had I not quit, but such is life. So I have a few pages of notes because this story has so many layers and I did not want to forget a thing. So I might be looking down a lot, forgive me. It's not really a script. I mean, I know I say that like I script my videos, but really I just write notes. So yeah, there's just a lot to it. I don't really want to miss anything. If I do like forget anything about this story, I'll leave a comment or leave it in the description box, but let's get into it. First, just a disclaimer, people that I mentioned in this story may have influenced me to quit, but at the end of the day, it was 100% my decision. Like, had I not wanted to leave, I would not have left, but I wanted to. There are people that kind of influenced me, but it was my decision. It's all on me, whatever. And this is no hate to the Walt Disney Company. The company could not play a smaller part as to reasons why I quit. So no shade towards the Walt Disney Company. I still may go work back there in the future, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm just gonna get into reasons why I quit and kind of how I went about quitting. So let's get into it. Also, in the college program, we also refer to quitting as self-terming. So if I use those terms interchangeably, they're the same thing, quitting, self-terming, whatever. So let's start in the chapter of my life that was pre-program. I graduated high school when I was 16 years old, so I could not immediately apply for the program after high school. You do have to complete a semester of college before you can do the program, but even then I couldn't. So I graduated high school in June 2016. I applied for fall 2017, spring 2018, fall 2018, and spring 2019, and I eventually got in on spring 2019. I never made it past applied the first 3 times, but spring 2019 is the only time that I made it all the way through. That is the only time I even made it past an application. Let's get that clear. And in my previous 3 applications, my resume and my application were the exact same. The way that Disney chooses college programmers is completely random. This is facts. It's random. Yes, they look for keywords, but at the end of the day, it's pretty random, so facts. So I found out that I got accepted to the spring 2019 college program, and I was so excited because I had been waiting for this since I was like 14 years old. I was like, damn, like this really happened. But Disney had the opportunity to accept me those first 3 times, and the one time that I did get accepted was absolute terrible timing, just in general. A few months I was supposed to move in. I had gotten a well-paying job at home, and I would have to leave that for the company. I would have to leave the twins that I have been nannying for like 2 years now, which was really hard. I was about to sign a contract as an ESL teacher for Chinese kids online. That job was going to make me some big bucks, but I couldn't manage to do it while I was at Disney. And plus, the day that I moved in, I started an internship that was so incredibly important to me. I'm still doing that internship right now. It's an online internship with 8123, and if you know me, that is of utmost importance in my life, and it is very time consuming, so that was just hard to manage, you know? So I knew before my program started that I probably wasn't gonna make it past the whole program, but I still wanted to give it a shot because obviously this was something that I really wanted to do for a long time. And another reason I did not think I was going to make it to the end of the program was because Star Wars Celebration was coming up in April 2019. I'm currently filming this on April 30th. I went to Star Wars Celebration a few weekends ago, and it was great. Star Wars is #1 in my life. Disney is like lower on the list. Star Wars is of utmost importance, and I know that like Star Wars is Disney, whatever, blah, blah, blah. No, Star Wars Celebration comes before anything. Star Wars is my #1. And I did not believe I was going to get the appropriate amount of days off to make that trip. And I needed to go to Star Wars Celebration. Like this Disney College program, Star Wars. Okay, you get it? I hope you get it. And okay, do I want to tell this story? I want to tell it because it did play like a big part into why I quit. And I feel like if I leave this out, I won't give you the full story. So I'm just gonna go for it. If anyone's feelings get hurt, I don't mean to, it's just facts. So yeah, so on the Facebook group, a girl made a post, said that she was looking for roommates. So I commented on her post, we followed each other on Instagram, we added each other on Facebook, all that good stuff. Nothing really ever came of it. I mean, that happened with a lot of people. You just kind of add people in the Facebook group, maybe you end up being roommates, it just depends. And I did end up finding 2 girls I did want to room with, but since we were moving in so late in the program, we could only pair up with one other person, so I let them pair up together. We put the same housing preferences down just to see if I would get matched with them. I didn't, but we're still friends. Those 2 girls are cool. If you're watching this, what's up? So yeah, the girl I was talking about earlier, the girl that we follow each other on Instagram and stuff, she will come into play later. I just wanted to preface that. Also, like, we had mutual friends outside of Disney. She lived in like some random ass state, but we had mutual friends. Like, it's truly such a small world after all, you know what I'm saying? We had mutual friends and I was like, wow, like that's really interesting. You're like this random girl on the Facebook group and we had mutual friends, so obviously we're gonna get along, right? No. Okay. And one last thing that really irked me before I moved in was the fact that I was leaving all of my belongings behind. I was leaving my apartment, my boyfriend, my roommate. I was just leaving everything, and that gave me anxiety. And it's not so much like leaving the people, because distance makes the heart grow fonder. It's just like all of my stuff. And I'm not a materialistic person, I am a minimalist, but I don't know, something gave me anxiety about it and I just didn't, I wasn't vibing with that, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's talk about the program finally. So on January 28th, 2019, I moved in to Chatham Square. I loved my apartment. I loved my roommates. I still love my roommates. Like, if y'all are watching this, which you probably are, y'all are my babies and I get to see them later this week and I cannot freaking wait and I love them. Anyways, so this next part. I really hate keeping things vague. I do not like vague booking. I do not like vague tweeting. I do not like vague tubing. But it's what's about to happen. Like, I'm still in good terms with these people. It's just like really awkward because I'm an awkward person. And I don't like hurting people's feelings because I don't like my feelings being hurt. So I'm gonna keep it vague, but if you know, you know. Okay? I'd say a week after we moved in, my roommate brought a few friends over. And one of those friends was the girl that I met on the Facebook group. We had been following each other on Instagram for like 3 months leading up to the program, and I'm thinking, wow, new friendships. Anyways, so I walk into the apartment and my roommate's like, oh, meet blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh, like I know you, like we follow each other on Instagram, what's up? And she literally didn't say anything and acted like she didn't know who I was. So I cried about that for like a week. And I was so looking forward to meeting everyone that I met on the Facebook page, and I did meet a lot of people that I met on there, but this chick was tripping. It low-key hurt my feelings a lot, but... And at first I was thinking, okay, maybe she doesn't recognize me, because if you look at my Facebook and you look at my Instagram, I wear wigs, I wear makeup, and at the apartment I was wigless, I was bald, and I did not have any makeup on. I was like, okay, maybe she doesn't recognize me. But then I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, she knows who I am. Like, we follow each other on social media, like we obviously have a mutual friend who is my roommate now. It was so awkward. It still hurts my feelings to this day, but I let it slide. I think I just care too much about what people think about me. It is a flaw that I need to work on, but that hurt my feelings. It's just the fact that I wasn't what she thought I would look like. My feelings are still hurt, but I'm gonna get past it. Now, moving past that, so the entire time I was there, I felt like my roommates hated me. I know that's not the case now, but it's just like my self-esteem speaking to me, like my non-existent self-esteem speaking to me. For the first like week and a half, I was really like not feeling too great about the roommate situation. I mean, I liked my roommates, I felt out of place, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it. Like, my roommates are amazing and I can't wait to go visit them. It was just my insecurity speaking to me, like nothing else. Like, my roommates were great. They didn't treat me badly at all. My insecurities were just telling me they hate you. And if you have anxiety and stuff like that, you know what I'm talking about. But I mean, that's just my life. So now I'm going to get into the part that played probably the biggest role into why I quit. And it is the fact that Disney hired me as a custodian Now, pause. You're probably thinking like, Logan, like what do you mean? The Walt Disney World custodians are great. And I agree. After I had like worked there for a few days, I was like, wow, like I love custodial, because custodial is one of the best roles at Disney World, I'll be honest. Like you get so much freedom, you don't have a manager breathing down your neck all day. But here's the thing, I was way overqualified for this role. Let me explain. Prior to working at Disney World, I have had 2 years experience operating roller coasters. I have had 2 years experience as an entertainer at the same theme park I operated roller coasters at, plus 2 years as a nanny on top of 7 years of babysitting experience. So you think that they would hire me in attractions considering that I have more experience operating roller coasters than pretty much all of the attractions college programmers. Or maybe they would hire me in entertainment, like maybe PhotoPass or something, just because I was a theme park entertainer for 2 years. Or children's activities, because I have been a nanny for like 9 years now. Plus, I am an entertainment and sports management major. So why would, like, I don't understand what they were trying to go for. This is what I mean by it is random. Like, the application process, the role process, it is all completely random. I'm telling you, I don't know what was going through their minds. I wasn't complaining. Like when I got my offer letter, I was like, okay, custodial, I'm gonna go for it, because I'm not complaining, it's Disney World. Like I got offered a job at Disney World, so I'm gonna go for it. But it didn't make any damn sense, period. My custodial coworkers, my custodial trainers, my leaders, my managers, they were all so amazing. They were so much fun to work with. If I have the opportunity to go back, I would, maybe if the timing was right, you know what I mean? Because bad timing plays a huge role in this. But my coworkers were great, and the job itself was super fun, even though this is commonly referred to as the slave program, but that's a different video for a different day. Now it is time to explain the day that I quit, the day that I decided, damn, I'm going home. So I had planned for my wonderful boyfriend Tavion to come visit me for Valentine's Day. And on February 14th, 2019, my lovely boyfriend spent his entire Valentine's Day sitting in the airport waiting for a flight to Orlando, because we fly standby and we just hop on whatever seats are open, and my poor boyfriend could not manage to get on a flight to Orlando. Hello. But he managed to get a last-minute flight to Gainesville, Florida at like 11 p.m. He had been in the airport since 7 a.m. that morning, so I drove to Gainesville, Florida. 2 hours there, 2 hours back to pick him up and bring him back to Disney World, and it was like 3 a.m. when we got back, but we made it work. And let me preface this by saying that he had no influence on me quitting. And this is what I really wanted my roommates to understand, because I self-termed when my boyfriend was there. So I thought that they were thinking like, oh, like she's leaving because she misses her boyfriend or whatever. But really, that's not the case at all. I mean, I did miss him, but and the entire day while he was waiting in the airport, we didn't really have much to talk about because he was busy waiting for a flight. But we talked about maybe me just packing my things and driving back with him, because I had brought a car to the program, so whenever it was time for him to leave, I would leave with him. And spoiler alert, that's what I did. And I remember thinking, just like, this was my opportunity. Like I was like, if I don't leave now, I'm probably just going to be more miserable, and I'm going to get my feelings hurt more and more by people who end up disappointing me. So I might as well just dip, you know? So on February 15th, I went to housing and I told them I was terming. And they were like, when do you want to leave? And I was like, give me 2 days. Give me 2 days and I'll be out. And they were like, okay, like just be out by 11 a.m. on this day. And I was like, say no more. So on the 15th, we went to Disney Springs with my roommates. We had a grand old time. I hadn't told my roommates yet because it was just really hard, and I really love my roommates and I was really sad. And then February 16th, we went to the parks. And early on the 16th, I broke the news to 2 of my roommates, which was hard. They thought I was joking, and I was like, I'm sorry. But we all went to the parks. We made the best of my short amount of time left there, and then I left on Sunday the 17th at 11 a.m. I actually had to end up waking up one of my roommates and telling her I was leaving, because I hadn't had a chance to tell her yet, and by the time I was leaving she was still sleeping, and I was like, Haley, like, wake up sis. And I felt really bad. Haley, if you're watching this, girl, I'm so sorry. But we all just sat in the room in the apartment and we had a little kumbaya, and I went to housing, I dropped my key off, and I left. And it was hard, but I don't regret it. I just, was just bad timing on the universe's part. It was just not a good time for me to go to Disney World and leave everything behind, leave my jobs behind, my multiple jobs. It just wasn't going to work out, much like everything else in my life while I was at Disney, so that was another reason. It wasn't it. Had Disney hired me any of the 3 times before that I applied to, it would have been perfect. I would have wrote out that whole program, had the best time. I probably would have like extended maybe, like I don't know. But no, they had to accept me with my same exact application and resume at the worst possible time. So that's the major reason why I quit. But I'm just gonna list off all the reasons why I quit in no particular order if you have not been following this entire video. I didn't want to leave my apartment and my belongings because it gave me anxiety. It was terrible timing. I was completely overqualified for the role I was given. My self-esteem was hurt by people's opinions that I shouldn't care about, and Star Wars Celebration was a priority in my life that I had planned 2 years prior to being accepted to this program, and I needed to go. I needed to go to Chicago. I know this sounds so ridiculous, like really like 5 days of a Star Wars convention when you could have the opportunity to work at Disney World for 4 months, and the answer to that is yes. So that's pretty much the end of my story. Nothing really dramatic happened. I'm sorry if you came here looking for some tea. I might make a different video just about Disney World job tea. I don't know. So it wasn't very drama filled. Sorry if that's what you came here for, but that's just my story, so yeah. So to end off this video, I asked my Instagram followers if they had any questions about why I quit Disney World, so I'm going to read some off and answer them. So my friend Brittany asked, "You quit? Why?" Hopefully this video answered that for you. My friend Emma asked, "Is it because of the humidity and also Florida is the worst state?" Honestly, you're not wrong, but the humidity honestly wasn't that bad. That's just my opinion. My friend Faith asked me, "Did your relationship with your coworkers contribute to you leaving?" The answer to that is no. My coworkers were great. They were super fun to work with. Nothing really happened with them. My friend, whose name I will not say because she still works for the company, but love her so much, you know who you are. And she said, "Not a question, but a statement, because it's cheap slavery." That is a different video for a different day. And my friend Peyton asked, "What was the best and worst part, and what would you change?" So the best part about the Disney College program are my roommates, the roommates that I met. They are so amazing. They are my best friends in the world. My roommates are so amazing. I love them so much. So the best part really was the people that I met. The people, they're just so great. They really are. Except for, you know, like the few people that hurt my feelings, but that's on me. It's my fault that they hurt my feelings. I shouldn't let people hurt my feelings. I need to stop being such a but that's my life. The worst part about the Disney College program, you don't get a lot of freedom. You don't have a lot of say in your job and your schedule. College programmers are not treated the same as part-timers and full-timers and seasonal workers. You don't get the same kind of benefits. You are kind of treated as like a lower class kind of worker. They're like, "Oh, you're a college programmer? That's too damn bad." It doesn't matter what it's about, but it's always just too damn bad because you're a college programmer. So that's the worst part. Most people just get the opportunity to work at Disney and run with it. So, I mean, if you're that kind of person, I'm so glad. I'm so glad for you. But yeah, thanks for coming to watch this video. I hope it gave you a little insight onto why I quit the Disney College program. It wasn't very eventful, but if you enjoyed this video, give me a like, subscribe, and I am going to make more DCP related videos. I just need some time, okay? I need time. And I feel like I am forgetting a big part of this story. I really don't know what it is, but if I remember, I'll leave a comment down below. I'll put something in the description box. I might make a different video, like a part 2. I don't know, but I think I hit every point in this video, so hope you enjoyed it. Peace out.